Hello students, welcome back to today's session. In the last class, we have studied trigonometric functions, graphs of trigonometric functions, domain and range of trigonometric functions, and signs of trigonometric functions. First, I recall what are the signs of trigonometric functions in 4 quadrants. It's very important to solve some problems in today's session. Students, what are the signs of trigonometric functions in 4 different quadrants? In first quadrant, all trigonometric functions are positive. In the second quadrant, only sine and cosecant are positive. In first quadrant, all trigonometric functions are positive. In the second quadrant, only sine and cosecant are positive. The other 4 trigonometric functions are negative, that is cos, secant, tan and cot x are negative in second quadrant. In third quadrant, only cot and tan are positive. In the third quadrant, only cot and tan are positive. The remaining 4 trigonometric functions, which is sin x, cos x, secant x and cosecant x are negative. In last quadrant, cos and secant are positive. The other 4 trigonometric functions are negative, that is sin x, cosecant x, tan x and cot x are negative in 4th quadrant. So remember students, in first quadrant all trigonometric functions are positive. In second quadrant, sine and cosecant are positive. Only 2 trigonometric functions, that is sine and cosecant are positive. In third quadrant, cot and tan are positive. In last quadrant, cos and secant are positive, and the remaining 4 trigonometric functions are negative. I will solve some problems in exercise 3.2. Given one of the 6 trigonometric functions in any one of the quadrants, to find the other trigonometric functions in that quadrant. First, I will consider the problems. First, find the value of other trigonometric functions. First problem, if cos x is equal to minus 3 by 5 and x lies in third quadrant. Given cos x is equal to minus 3 by 5, we can solve these problems using the trigonometric identities. If cos x is equal to minus 3 by 5, we know secant x is 1 by cos x, it's a reciprocal of cos x, so it is minus 5 by 3. Since secant x is the reciprocal of cos x, secant x is equal to minus 5 by 3. Since x is in third quadrant, its cos and secant are negative. Can find sin x using the identity sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. So sin square x is equal to 1 minus cos square x, that is 1 minus 3 by 5 whole square. It is equal to 1 minus 9 by 25, or 25 from denominator, 25 minus 9, that is 16 divided by 25. Therefore, sin x is equal to square root of 16 by 25 plus or minus 4 by 5. Now, sin x is equal to plus or minus 4 by 5, but x is equal to, x is in third quadrant. In third quadrant, we know the values of the negative. So the answer is minus 4 by 5. In third quadrant, sin x is negative, therefore sin x is equal to minus 4 by 5. If sin x is minus 4 by 5, cosecant x is the reciprocal of sin x, it's equal to minus 5 by 4. Cosecant x is the reciprocal of sin x, it is minus 5 by 4. Now, how to find the other two trigonometric functions, tan x and cot x? We know tan x is equal to sin x by cos x, but sin x is equal to minus 4 by 5 and cos x minus 3 by 5. So tan x is equal to plus 4 by 3. Tan x is the quotient of sin x and cos x, it's equal to 4 by 3. Therefore, cot x is the reciprocal of tan x, that is 3 by 4. So, given cos x minus 3 by 5, we have to find the other 5 trigonometric function. So, secant x minus 3 by 5 by 3, sin x minus 4 by 5, cosecant x minus 5 by 4, tan x 4 by 3 and cot x 3 by 4. Now, consider the second problem. Tan x is equal to minus 5 by 12, tan x, given tan x minus 5 by 12 and x lies in second quadrant. To find the values of other 5 trigonometric functions, that is sin x, cos x, cot x, secant x and cosecant x. Since tan x is minus 5 by 12, cot x is the reciprocal of tan x, it's equal to minus 12 by 5. Cot x is the reciprocal of tan x, that is minus 12 by 5. Now, to find secant x, we can use the second identity in trigonometry, that is 1 plus tan square x is equal to secant square x. But we know tan x is equal to minus 5 by 12. Given tan x is equal to minus 5 by 12, secant square x is equal to 1 plus minus 5 by 12 whole square, or 1 plus 25 divided by 144 is equal to secant square x, or 144 common denominator, 144 plus 25, 169 is equal to secant square x. Therefore, secant x is plus or minus 13 by 12. It is the square root of 169 by 144 plus or minus 13 by 12. But given x lies in second quadrant, in second quadrant we know secant x is negative, therefore answer minus 13 by 12. In second quadrant, secant x is negative, therefore we must take secant x minus 13 by 12. Therefore, what is cos x? Cos x is the reciprocal of secant x, that is minus 12 by 13. Since secant x is minus 13 by 12, cos x is the reciprocal of secant x, that is minus 12 by 13. Now, what is the value of sin x? We know sin x is equal to tan x into cos x. Sin x is equal to tan x into cos x. Tan x minus 5 by 12 into Since x is in second quadrant, tan, cot, secant and cos are negative, but sin and cosecant are positive. We know in second quadrant only two trigonometric functions, that is sin x and cosecant x are positive, but the other four trigonometric functions are negative. Next, consider the problem. Secant x, given secant x 13 by 5 and x is in fourth quadrant. We know in fourth quadrant secant x is positive, given it is plus 13 by 5. Therefore, what is cos x? Cos x is the reciprocal of secant x, that is 5 by 13. Cos x is the reciprocal of secant x, it's equal to 5 by 13. We can find sin x using first identity for any angle x. Sin square x plus cos square x is always 1. We know cos x is equal to 5 by 13. Therefore, sin square x plus 5 by 13 whole square equal to 1. Or sin square x is equal to 1 minus 5 by 13 whole square, that is 25 divided by 169. 169 common denominator. So 169 minus 25, that's equal to 144. Therefore, sin x is, sin square x is 144 divided by 169. Sin x is its square root, that is plus or minus 12 by 13. But given x lies in fourth quadrant, x is in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, sin x negative. Therefore, sin x is equal to minus 12 by 13. Since x is in fourth quadrant, we know in fourth quadrant sin x negative minus 12 by 13. Therefore, what is cosecant x? Cosecant x is the reciprocal of sin x, that is minus 13 by 12. The value of cosecant x is the reciprocal of sin x, so cosecant x is minus 13 by 12. Now, how to find the other two trigonometric functions, tan x and cot x? We know tan x is equal to sin x divided by cos x, but sin x it is minus 12 by 13 and cos x 5 by 13, answer minus 12 by 5. Tan x is equal to sin x by cos x, answer minus 12 by 5. So what is cot x? Cot x is 1 by tan x, it's a reciprocal of tan x. Since tan x is minus 12 by 5, cot x is minus 5 by 12. Cot x is minus 5 by 12. So what are the other 5 trigonometric functions? Given secant x 13 by 5, so cos x 5 by 13, sin x minus 12 by 13, cosecant x minus 13 by 12, tan x minus 12 by 5 and cot x minus 5 by 12. Consider next problem. Sin x, fourth problem, sin x is equal to minus 8 by 17 and x lies in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, except cos and secant, all trigonometric functions are negative. Given sin x minus 8 by 17. Since in fourth quadrant, sin x is negative. Sin x is negative. Now, if sin x is minus 8 by 17, we can write because cosecant x is the reciprocal of sin x. So sin x is minus 8 by 17, cosecant x is minus 17 by 8. Now, how to find cos x? We can use the first identity. On any x, cos square x plus sin square x is equal to 1. So cos square x plus minus 8 by 17 whole square equal to 1, or cos square x plus 64 divided by 17 square 289 is equal to 1, or cos square x is equal to 1 minus 64 divided by 289, 289 common denominator 289 minus 64, that is 225. So cos square x is 225 divided by 289, cos x is plus or minus 15 divided by 7. Square root of 225 divided by 289, that is plus or minus 15 divided by 17. But given x is in fourth quadrant, since in fourth quadrant cos x is positive, so answer is plus 15 divided by 17. Value of cos x is plus 15 divided by 17. Since cos x is 15 by 17, we can write secant x as 17 divided by 15, because secant and cos are reciprocals. So secant x is 17 by 15. So what is tan x? Tan x is equal to sin x by cos x. We know tan x is equal to sin x by cos x, but sin x is minus 8 by 17, cos x is plus 15 divided by 17, answer minus 8 by 15. So tan x is equal to minus 8 by 15. Therefore, what is cot x? Cot x is the reciprocal of tan x, that's equal to minus 15 by 8. In fourth quadrant, except cos and secant, all the other four trigonometric functions are negative. In fourth quadrant, cos and secant are positive, other four trigonometric functions are negative. Last problem, fifth problem. Cos x is equal to minus half. Given cos x is equal to minus half and x is in second quadrant. Given cos x is equal to minus half, x is in second quadrant. In second quadrant, cos x negative. So what is secant x? Secant x is the reciprocal of cos x, that is minus 2. Secant x is minus 2. Now to find sin x, we can use the first identity. Sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. Sin square x plus, what is cos x? Cos x is minus half, so minus half square is equal to 1. Therefore, sin square x is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4, minus half square plus 1 by 4. So 1 minus 1 by 4 is equal to 3 by 4. 1 minus 1 by 4, 3 by 4. Sin square x is equal to 3 by 4. Sin x is square root of 3 by 4. It is plus or minus root 3 by 2. Plus or minus root 3 by 2. But in second quadrant, sin x positive, so must say plus root 3 by 2. Since given x is in second quadrant, sin x is positive in second quadrant, so take sin x as plus root 3 by 2. If sin x is plus root 3 by 2, cosecant x is 2 by root. Reciprocal of sin x. So cosecant x is 2 by root. So what are tan x and cot x? You know tan x is equal to sin x divided by cos x. Sin x is root 3 by 2 and cos x is minus 1 by 2 and minus root 3. So tan x is equal to minus root 3. Therefore, what is cot x? Cot x is the reciprocal of tan x, that's equal to minus 1 by root 3. Here you observe that in second quadrant, except sine and cosecant, the other trigonometric functions are negative. Only sin x and cosecant x are positive in second quadrant, but the other four trigonometric functions are negative. Okay. Now, have next type of problem. To find the value of trigonometric function of any angle, which are multiples of standard angles, using the result sine of 2n pi plus x is equal to sin x. We know, as in the last class we have studied, given any angle x, if we increase x or decrease x by an integral multiple of 2 pi, the values of trigonometric functions remains the same. That we have studied in the last class. Given any angle x, if we increase or decrease x by the integral multiple of 2 pi, then the values of trigonometric functions do not change. We can use this result to solve some problems in exercise 3.2. Questions. Find the values of the following trigonometric functions. Here, the first problem, to find the value of sine 31 pi by 3. To find the value of trigonometric function of sine 31 pi by 3. This we can write sine 30 pi plus pi divided by 3. We can write 31 pi by 3 as 30 pi plus pi divided by 3. It is same as sine 30 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. We can write this as 30 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. It is equal to 10 pi plus pi by 3. Sine 10 pi plus pi by 3. But what is 10 pi? It is 5 times 2 pi plus pi by 3. 5 times 2 pi plus pi by 3 is 5 times 2 pi. Complete 5 rotations. So sine 5 into 2 pi, it coincides with 0. So sine, here we can use the result sine 2n pi plus x is equal to sine x. So sine 5 times 2 pi plus pi by 3 is same as sine pi by 3. Answer is plus root 3 by 2. Sine 60 or sine pi by 3 is equal to root 3 by 2. So sine 31 pi by 3 is equal to root 2. We can write sine 31 pi by 3 as sine 30 pi plus pi by 3, but 30 pi plus pi by 3, we can write 30 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. 30 pi by 3 is 10 pi plus pi by 3. It is equal to 5 times 2 pi plus pi by Here sin 2n pi plus pi x is equal to sin x. So sin 2n pi 2 into 5 pi plus pi by 3 is same as sin pi by 3. Answer is root 3 by 2. Now next problem. What is the value of sin 765 degrees? Now, where is 765 degrees? See, one complete revolution makes an angle 360 degrees. So 360 plus 360, 720 plus 45. It is same as 765 degrees. So we can write 765 degrees as 2 times 360 plus 45. 765 we write 2 times 360 plus 45. It is same as 2 times 2 pi plus pi by 4. It's equal to sin pi by 4. Sin 2n pi plus x is equal to sin x. So sin 2 times 2 pi plus pi by 4 is equal to sin pi by 4. Answer 1 by root. So the value of sin 765 degrees is equal to 1 by root. What is the value of cos minus 1710? Cos 1 minus 1710 degrees, 1710 degrees. We know for any angle x, cos 2n pi plus x is equal to cos x. Cos 2n pi plus x is equal to cos x. So where is minus 1710 degrees? If the direction of rotation is clockwise, the angle is said to be negative. So it's minus 360 degrees, minus 720 degrees, minus 1080 degrees. 3 complete rotation makes an angle minus 1080 degrees. Again, 1 complete rotation minus 1440 degrees. And 5 complete rotation makes an angle minus 1800 degrees. So this angle is minus 1710 degrees. 4 complete revolution in a clockwise direction. Again plus minus 270 degrees. Answer minus 1710 degrees. It coincides with 90 degrees. So we can write minus 1710 plus 1800 degrees. Cos minus 1710 degrees is equal to cos minus 1710 plus, we can write plus 1800 degrees, because we know cos 2n pi plus x is equal to cos x for any angle x. 2n pi is same as 5 times 2 pi. 360 into 5 is equal to 1800 degrees. So it is same as plus 90 degrees. Cos 5 into 2 pi plus minus 1710 degrees. It is same as cos 90 degrees. Cos 90 degrees is equal to 0. So the answer of cos minus 1710 degrees is equal to 0. Now consider the next problem. What is the value of tan 90 pi by 3? Tan 90 pi by 3. You can write 90 pi by 3 as can write 18 pi plus pi by 3 as 18 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. 18 pi by 3 it is same as 6 pi plus pi by 3. Where is 6 pi? It coincides with 0. 0 degrees or 0 pi. 0 same as 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi is same as 6 pi. 6 pi coincides with 0. Even number into pi, it coincides with 0. Odd number into pi coincides with pi. So it is same as 0. Or tan, you can write 3 times 2 pi plus pi by 3 is equal to tan pi by 3. In general, the trigonometric functions of x and 2n pi plus x are same. So tan 3 into 2 pi plus pi by 3 is same as tan pi by 3 answer root. Therefore, the value of tan 19 pi by 3 is equal to root. Next one. What is the value of cosecant minus 1410? Fifth problem. To find the value of cosecant minus 1410 degrees. Here, where is minus 1410 degrees? Since the angle is negative, the direction of rotation is clockwise. So, one complete revolution clockwise direction makes an angle minus 360. 2 complete revolution minus 720. 3 complete revolution minus 1080 degrees. Minus 1080 degrees. Again, 4 complete revolution makes an angle minus 1440 degrees. 4 complete revolution makes an angle in the clockwise direction, makes an angle minus 1440 degrees. So where is minus 1410 degrees? It is in first quadrant. It's in first quadrant. Minus 1410 degrees is in first quadrant. In first quadrant, all trigonometric functions are positive. Definitely, the answer is positive. In first quadrant, all trigonometric functions are positive. So the value of cosecant minus 1410 degrees is definitely positive. You can write cosecant minus 1410 plus 1440 degrees, because it is equal to 0. It's equal to 0. 1440 degrees is it coincides with 0 degrees. So cosecant minus 1410 degrees plus 1440 degrees. It is same as 4 times 2 pi. So in general, cosecant 2n pi plus x is equal to cosecant x. So it is same as 30 degrees. Cosecant 30 degrees minus 1410 plus 1440 degrees. It coincides with 0 degrees. This angle is same as 0 degrees plus this angle, that is the cosecant plus 30 degrees. Answer is 2. We know sin 30 degrees is half. Therefore, cosecant 30 degrees is the reciprocal of sin 30. That's equal to 2. Consider sixth problem. What is the value of sin minus 11 pi by 3? Sin minus 11 pi by 3. can write minus 11 pi by 3. Easy method, just add pi by 3 and subtract pi by 3. Add pi by 3 and subtract pi by 3. Take minus 11 pi by 3 minus pi by 3 together. What is minus 11 pi by 3 minus pi by 3? It's minus 12 pi by 3 plus 11 pi by 3. It's equal to sine minus 4 pi plus pi by 3. But where is minus 4 pi? It coincides with 0. 0, if the angle is, if we take clockwise direction, then the angle is negative. So minus 2 pi, same as minus 2 pi. This is pi minus pi, or same as minus 3 pi, and minus 4 pi coincides with 0. Therefore, sine minus 4 pi plus pi by 3, it is same as sine pi by 3. Sine 2n in general, sine 2n pi plus x is equal to sine x. N may be any integer, either positive or negative. So sine 2n pi plus x is equal to sine x. So sine minus 4 pi plus pi by 3 is equal to sine pi by 3. Answer root 3 by 2. Sine 60 is equal to sine 60 degrees or sine pi by 3 radians is equal to root 3 by 2. Now consider last problem. Find the value of cot minus 15 pi by 4. Last problem. Cot minus 15 pi by 4. Here also we can write minus 15 pi by 4. Just add pi by 4 and subtract pi by 4. Add pi by 4, subtract pi by 4. You write cot minus 15 pi by 4 plus minus pi by 4. It's same as minus 16 pi by 4 plus pi by 4. But 16 pi by 4, it's same as minus 4 pi plus pi by 4. It is same as 0. Minus 4 pi coincides with 0. So cot 0 plus pi by 4 is same as cot pi by 4. In general, cot 2n pi plus x is equal to cot x. So it's same as cot pi by 4 is equal to 1. Since tan pi by 4 is 1, cot pi by 4 is the reciprocal of tan pi by 4. It is also